We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
Well, hey, how y'all doing? Hope y'all enjoyed the first two parts. Coming up,
Episode 5.
the last part, supernatural superstitions. Supernatural superstitions. I mean,
I think of my grandmama when I say this. Supernatural superstitions. Because you gotta think about it.
that break you first break them down. We can't just jumble them up together.
The supernatural,
Or the superstition, whichever one you choose.
when you're dealing with supernatural, you're not just talking about just religion, period, or spirituality. Now, supernatural actually is what spirits and like spirituality, ghosts.
Would you consider alien supernatural?
I wouldn't personally,
Okay.
because I think that anything on this side of creation is natural. Then when you're dealing with the flip of creation, the antimatter or whatnot, which is spirits and ghosts and whatnot. If you believe in that, such.
If you believe.
If you believe in that, then that will be dealing with the supernatural. But
Superstition.
superstition, step on a crack, break your mom's back. Don't walk up under. And these see, this is the same stuff that comes from our religious foundation that our grandparents and parents set forth for us. But these are the most superstitious people I know.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you this then. If you are a superstitious person, don't crack no mirrors, don't get your foot swept by a broom, this, don't, that, this, and the other. You believe in that, how can you really not accept supernatural? Now, supernatural, antimatter, ghosts, just unknown stuff. Stuff that is known but unknown. Would you consider those extra senses? Like, you know how they say you got 5, maybe 6 senses. 5 to be exact, 6 the movie. But senses, would you put those in supernatural things?
The sixth sense would be supernatural, which I know exists. As far as being able to contact or be in touch with the spiritual realm.
Now, you say you know it exists, but it's somebody out there that say, oh, there he go with that mumbo jumbo stuff, but believe in God.
Yeah,
But would tell you that sixth sense ain't necessarily right.
well, if the sixth sense wasn't necessarily right, then when people are in church, the same person that believes in God but don't believe in the spirits coming to earth, that would be, you don't believe in people getting the Holy Ghost in church then.
Because it's supernatural, right?
That's a supernatural. That's a supernatural experience. Or when I used to work at Grady Memorial Hospital in Atlanta, the best hospital, best trauma center in the world.
Best.
And
But like Scrappy said, it's still the home of them crazy babies.
it's still the home with the crazy babies. But when you're in the Grady Memorial Hospital in the basement, I used to work in supplies, and the morgue is down there also.
Okay.
And the elevator was just open and close, and you could be standing there in the back and just open and close. And I used to always say, those are people that are dead, not knowing they're dead, because you gotta realize, spirit or not, the laws of nature exist, and everything must abide by the law of nature. They have those lasers or those sensors when you go in. When anything touches them, things exist for a reason. The laws of nature still exist, and everything must abide by the laws of nature. When you exit the realm of life, the laws of nature still exist. The laws of science still exist. And me being a scientific man, I truly believe I am a scientific man, but there is something on the other side. Scientists have looked at the atom, and first they told you in the late 1800s and whatnot that the hydrogen was the smallest particle. Then they said the atom. Then they said the electron, proton, neutron. Then they said, okay, it's something else. The Z-atom was in there. Then they saw something else moving beyond that they couldn't touch, and that was the other side of creation.
Okay.
So therefore, it is existing. It's just isn't accepted. It's out there. But if you study Stephen J. Hawkins, very smart guy. Y'all know who he is. He's the guy in the wheelchair that speaks to the synthesizer, and all he does is study and read. And this guy right here, I think he was just named a laureate, which of Cambridge, or was it Oxford? Which the last person to hold that title was Sir Isaac Newton, who discovered or who came upon the theory of relativity and gravity, law of gravity. What goes up must come down. So, as far as that's concerned, it exists. The supernatural does exist. It happens. people say when you have that boost of adrenaline, let's say you trapped under a car and I saw you, I would just pick it up. Is that all adrenaline, or is that a supernatural force? That the divine love I have making that happen. And if you don't believe in that, then you don't. If you believe in God and the Bible, or if you believe in Krishna, or if you believe in Buddha, or if you believe in Muhammad, if you believe in Allah, you would have to believe in the supernatural because that stuff happened all the time. It happened all the time. Elijah was carried up in a chariot of fire, carried to heaven. That's supernatural. If I see that, I'm like, wow, that's not natural. So that's supernatural. That's plus natural, like extraterrestrial. The world is terrestrial. The world is terra. E.T. extraterrestrial. That's supernatural.
Okay.
Well, it's not supernatural because he is
Elegant spoken. A lot to digest what just came out your mouth just then.
so lots to say that for 10 minutes.
Now,
YouTube, loosen the reins.
with all that being said, and slow it down a little bit, a lot of things he said I'm going to touch on. How is it that, because I've had to deal with this person, and to try to put all this together, people that they say mentally ill, bipolar people, schizophrenic people, and whatever else there is out there, me personally, I feel as if those people are in touch with that supernatural sense. Children, if you really pay attention to children will tell you things and let you know things that you being an adult, oh, that's not the truth, this, not that, or the other. They are pure, in tune with that supernatural sense.
That's true.
Superstitious people, how can you, I guess like you said, how is it that you can believe in God or any religion, but somebody outside of your faith or your being says, this happened, that happened, I've experienced this, I dealt that, oh, that's not the case, that's not the case, that's not the case. At one point in time, it was believed and understood supernatural things happen. But at this point, this day and age that we live in now, it's like we have medication and the psychiatrist or psychologist who will tell you what you're feeling, what you're seeing isn't real.
And you know what's funny about that? And you're right. That's just like saying, okay, God doesn't exist anymore. That stuff doesn't happen, so God doesn't exist right now. If you're going to be a religious person, then you have to be really very open-minded. As open-minded as somebody who doesn't accept religion, as a matter of fact, because you have to look in a book that has miracles all up and down it. Miracles, a story about a man getting swallowed by a whale, all kind of things that if you didn't know the Bible existed and you heard these things, you would say,
not true.
That's not
what
true.
Are you talking about?
But you have to have faith. You have to have an open mind to have faith to believe that anything is possible or that anything can end up being good. Because when you see all bad happening, a lot of bad things happening, you have to have faith to say, hey, this could actually happen. I mean, there's not a lot of people like that. Job in the Bible say everything's still gonna work, everything's still good. Even the disciples. But they had problems accepting it. But I'm just gonna say that as far as the whole, and you were saying about the medicine and whatnot. Now we have.
Right, they will convince you and tell you things that you feel, things that are happening are not true. But the funny thing about these people are they have to encounter so much. They deal with so much that they got to go talk to one of these shrinks themselves.
Yep.
But they don't want to tell you that they're having to deal with the same thing because they're supposed to be helping you. And hold on, that's the drug, the gates, the portals, because we're talking about supernatural spirits. These drugs are, as you would tell me, allowing and influencing some of these things to come in. So that goes back to the whole saying, if somebody tells you that they see something, they're feeling something, how can you tell them what they're seeing and what they're feeling?
Because it's their reality. And you know what? We'll be back for part 4.
Oh, bonus
part 4 of this when we deal with the drugs and the alcohol, the spirituality, and does it help, does it hurt, does it open up any doors, and are those doors dangerous? I am Poetic Drama. This is G.Holla, and we are Poetic Holla TV on YouTube.
But hey, It will be coming to you from different ways, different forms, and different avenues.
Yeah, I'm gonna click the stop button because I'm gonna say it. Cut.
One man team.